Hey everyone, it's Kendall for the Hafter Center. Thank you so much for coming to tonight's Bodyweight HIIT class. We're going to get started with our warm-up, jog in place. You can see the timer down here at the bottom of the screen. That's going to stay on throughout class. It's going to let us know when we work and when we rest. "30 more seconds to jog." All right, in 10 seconds, we're going to switch it up to a side step jack. Go ahead and slow the feet down. We're going to step it to the right, bring the arms up, center, left, arms up. Nice big circles, warm up the upper body. We're not going to take it to a full jack. We do have those later on in class. Let's make this the last one. Take it to wide feet. Let's go ahead and bend at the right knee. Come to center and switch it to the left side to side. Keep the chest lifted. Push your weight back through the heels. Warming up the legs. Stretching out the inner thigh. Last 10 seconds. Let's reach to the ground. Reach. Keep the chest low. Reach.
That's not right.
Let's hold it over here on the right side. Let's bring both palms flat to the floor. Walk it on over to the left. And take it to the center. Extend both legs. Bring the palms flat, roll all the way up. Now let's reach it over to the right. Reach overhead, pull it down. One more on this side, and then we switch. Take it to the other side. Reach and pull. So those nice wide feet. 2 more. Now let's take the feet narrow. Step it on in. Big arm circles forward. And switch directions. Big arm circles back. And hold it here. We're going to do a circle with the knee, feet together, circle with the other knee. So you don't have to feel like you're rushing the movement. We're going to hang out here for the last 30 seconds before we go into our next block. Imagine that there's a hurdle and you're swinging your foot up and over. And when we get to 5, we're going to stop it. Get ready for block number 1. We're going to cross the right leg behind the left, going into our curtsy lunge and tap to the side. So this is our 40-second work block. We're getting used to that curtsy lunge movement. Even though we're crossing back diagonally, we're keeping the chest and hips squared forward. Depth is up to you. Let's keep that left foot planted down into the ground. Speed is up to you as well. It's 40 seconds. Get as many reps as you'd like. We are using royalty-free music today, but if you have a favorite playlist that you'd like to fire up, you can go ahead and put that on now. We're going to stay with that right side, cross behind the left. What we're going to do for the second part of block number 1 is cross back. Think about that best posture with the hips and shoulders squared forward, and we're just going to pulse it low. So we want to be on the toes of the right foot. Let's sink it. and pulse. 30 seconds. Shoulders are up over the hips. Hands can be together in front of the chest, or we can add a little bit of arm movement, whichever you like. We have Gordon telling us when it's halfway. Breathe.
3, 2, 1.
All the way up, shake it on out. Now remember that posture. When we get ready for this last part of block number 1, we're gonna cross it back, sink into our lowest possible hold with that right knee just hovering over the ground.
2, 1.
And hold isometrically, 20 seconds. If you get a little bit of a shake, that's okay. Try to stay low. You can see that timer. 10 to go.
3.
Got it.
2, 1.
All the way up. All right, we're gonna stay with the right side being our mover for our next block. We want really wide feet.
2.
Reach up with the left hand. Let's reach down with the right. Range of motion here is up to you. If you're able to tap the floor, we want to think about moving around the shoulder, reaching to the floor. If you can't quite hit the floor, take it to where you feel your hamstrings are stretched and your abs are working to pull you back up. If you want a little bit more, when you come up, stack the shoulders, pull the left knee in. Reach down, pull up. Reach and pull. Can we get one more? Oh, 2 more. Let's go.
2, 1.
All right. So now we have 15 seconds before we hit block number 2. Block number 2 is going to be the mirror image of block number 1. So we're switching sides. Start with that nice wide foot pattern, good and stable. We're going to cross left behind right. Curtsy lunge back. Tap to the side. Remember, your depth here is up to you. Your speed is up to you. Think about good, clean reps.
That's halfway.
If you lose your balance, just reset, come right back to it. The good thing is you already know exactly what's coming because you've already done it on the right side.
3, 2, 1.
Good, our longest break. It's a good time to grab some water if you'd like it. Next one is that pulse. We're planting the right foot down into the ground, crossing the left leg back, toes into the floor, squaring out the hips and shoulders, dropping down and pulsing. Again, hands can be out in front of the chest, or you can add a little bit of arm movement. Again, depth is up to you. Let's just make sure we're keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips. It's okay if it burns. It's okay if it shakes. Keep going. 10 seconds.
Three, 2, 1.
All the way up. Shake it out. Our last one is only 20 seconds. That's where we hold it isometrically. That right foot goes down into the ground. The left foot crosses behind again. Toes to the floor.
2, 1.
Hold it low. 20 seconds. We're in it together. Breathe.
That's halfway.
Look how fast it goes when we're having fun, guys. 5 seconds. Can we get a little lower?
3, 2, 1.
All the way up. All right, now we're hitting that windmill on the other side. We're going to reach down with the left hand, reach up with the right again. If you can reach all the way to the floor, reach it all the way to the floor.
4.
If your hamstring flexibility is not quite there today, no worries. We'll build on it over time. Reach down, look up to the sky. Pull yourself up with your obliques. Take it to your comfortable range of motion. Maybe as you get going, you'll be able to reach farther.
That's halfway.
If you want, stack, pull it in. Reach, stack, pull it in. Nice standing side crunch. Pull. Reach. And pull.
Three,
Let's go, last one.
1.
All right, 15-second break. We're gonna hit our squat series next. And this is where we're gonna get a little bit plyometric. We're gonna get a little bit more heart rate elevation in block number 3.
3, 2,
All right, feet are going to be comfortable distance, whatever works for you. Squat down, come up. Let's keep the weight through the heels. Keep your chest lifted. Just like everything else, your depth is up to you. Your speed is up to you.
that's halfway.
Think about your form being more important than how many reps you're doing. No one's counting but you.
Three, 2, 1.
Last one there. Okay. So instead of doing all pulses like we did before, we're going to do 3 pulses and then come to stand and go back to our 3 pulses. Your pulses can be about halfway down to the ground instead of all the way down. So think about trying to get your quads parallel. Pulse it from there.
3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Hold up.
So it's pulse, 2, 3, and stand. 1, 2, 3, and stand. If you want a little bit extra, come up onto your tippy toes. 2, 3, come up.
That's halfway.
2, 3, come up. It's just an extra option to hit those calves and get ready for the third portion of this block.
3, 2, 1.
All right, our 20 seconds is either going to be a squat to a calf raise or a squat, jump, land low. If you are jumping, make sure you go toe ball in, then the heel, land softly, bend those knees.
1.
Here we go. 20 seconds. Think about landing quietly. Explosiveness coming from the bottom of the squat. Even if you're just going to tiptoes, it's still an explosive movement.
3, 2, 1.
All right, our first little bit of cardio. We're going to come down to the floor for mountain climbers. We're going to start slow. Now, if you have to be mindful of shoulders for any reason, you're going to stay up tall and bring the knees in standing. If you're okay with mountain climbers, slowly drive the knees in. One and then the other. When the knee comes in, keep the toe lifted. All right. If you're down here on the floor, speed it up. Think about going into double time. If you're up, standing, same thing. We're switching to a high knee. Nice and fast, heels stay lifted.
3, 2, 1.
All right, we're back up tall. Our cardio block is coming up. This is the middle of class.
3, 2.
The longest work block
Oh,
is all jumping jacks. Now, if you don't love plyometric movements, take it back to what we did in the warm-up. Side step jack. Just try to pick up the tempo.
that's halfway.
Keep breathing, we're almost done.
2, 1.
All right,
Release.
3 and 1. It's going to be 3 jumping jacks, 1 star jack, both feet leave the ground. If that level is too intense for you today, what I want you to do is 3 jacks, and then come up to balance, 1 foot leaves the ground.
Hold up.
If you want that star jump, both feet leave. If you want that balance, come up, 1 foot leaves the ground.
That's halfway. 3,
1 round left.
1.
Stay by the bell. All right, you know what's coming. We're either doing all balance, or all star jumps. Regardless of which you choose,
3,
come down into a little ball first,
1.
and then explode out. So we're either here or here. Still landing softly, tucking it back in at the bottom. 5 seconds to go.
3,
This is the most explosive part of class.
raise,
All right, stay by the bell again. We're gonna come back to the floor.
3,
Lay it flat.
1.
Bring both feet up to the sky. Drop one foot, bring it up, and then the other foot, bring it up. Let your head relax in the hands.
That's halfway.
Keep it moving. If you want a little bit extra, you can roll it up, look towards the knees, reach your hands on either side of the legs.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
Raise,
We're gonna stay down here on the floor for the whole rest of class. We're doing nothing but mat work.
3, 2.
Give me your nice modified plank.
Oh,
You're either going to hold your modified plank and then press to child's pose and reset, or you're gonna give me a modified push-up and then press back to child's pose. The key here is modified. So we're only working half of the lever.
halfway.
When you reset, make sure that the shoulders come out over the wrists.
Three, 2, 1. Raise,
All right, we're gonna start to add in some leg movement here. We're gonna work with just the right side. We're gonna keep the modified plank or the modified push-up. When we come into plank though, we're gonna add a little bit of a Spider-Man crunch.
2, 1.
So let's start with our child's pose. We press back, stack shoulders over wrists, bring the knee to the elbow, and then repeat or add your push-up. Stay on the right side. Tempo is up to you.
That's
I
halfway.
missed my push-up there, got too excited. Missed it again, too excited.
3, 2,
All right.
1. Raise,
For the final round, you're going to repeat either your push-ups or your plank to child's pose from a full plank position. That means toes to the ground. It's 20 seconds.
2, 1. Focus.
So we go knees down, full plank, knee to elbow, back, push up if that's what you're doing, and then press back again.
That's halfway. 3, 2, 1.
Give
Raise,
yourself a child's pose. Let's flip it on around.
3, 2, 1.
Hug your right knee into your chest as you come all the way back. Look up towards the knee. Reach it out. Pull that right knee back in. So your chest is lifting to the sky. Your shoulders are coming up off of the ground. So it's a big circle with the arms,
That's halfway.
crunching it up. Now if you want a little bit extra in this remaining 20 seconds, we go back, pull all the way up. Full seated position, hugging the knee into the chest.
Three,
Last rep here.
1.
And then we're going back to our push-ups. Or the plank, whichever you'd like to do. Just like in blocks 1 and 2, we're going to mirror what we just did. So in this first block, we're either modified plank
2.
or modified push-up back to child's pose. Either hold the plank or add your push-up. Either way, we're resetting a child's pose, bringing the shoulders back up over the hips.
That's halfway.
Try to keep the elbows narrow to the side so we're hitting triceps on these push-ups. If you're doing push-ups, if you're just resetting into your modified plank, I want you to squeeze in through the core.
1.
All right, here's where we add the left knee. So we're going to keep knees down, press back, reset, knee to elbow, come back, add the push-up if you like.
2.
Let's go.
Hold up.
Yep. Push up if you'd like.
That's halfway.
On these push-ups, make sure that your head is in line with the spine.
Rest.
No need to look towards the toes or look directly out in front of you. Once you know what you're doing for the movements, your gaze is right down to the floor. A long line from the tailbone all the way up through the top of the head. Let's hit that full plank.
2. 1. Promise.
We press back, come up, knee to elbow, push up if you want it, press back again. If you don't want that push up, hold your plank before you drop back into your stretch.
3. 2. 1.
All right,
Rest.
knee hugs. We're switching to the left side. Hug the knee in, extend the right leg. We're gonna roll it all the way back.
1.
Shoulders stay lifted. Reach out, hug it in. Big circle with the arms. Exhale as you hug the knee into the chest. If lifting your head feels like it's putting too much strain on your neck,
That's
you
halfway.
can keep the head down. If you'd like a little extra in these last 20-ish seconds, you're going to bring it all the way up. Hug it in, exhale out. We only have one more block to go after this.
3. 2. 1.
Flip it on around. We're going to work on back extensions. For the back extension, we want to lie flat down on our stomachs. For this first block, we're going to have the feet down into the floor. So let's keep those toes into the ground.
Oh.
Very light fingertips behind the ears, elbows to the side. Again, keeping the toes down on this longest round. Lift and lower. When you come up, think about pulling your back muscles together, squeezing them in towards your spine.
Three, 2, 1.
And let's rest. So what we're going to do in this next round is we're going to add in some of that lower body movement along with the upper body. We're going to work diagonally. So we want to reach out with the arms, and we want to lift the right arm and left leg, and then left arm and right leg.
2, 1. Hold up.
So we're switching, again, working diagonally. If this feels too easy for you, start with your arms and your legs elevated, and then work on switching side to side. Speed is up to you. If you want, you can go a little faster like a swimmer, or you can slow it down.
2, one.
Rest. All right, 20 seconds. Toes are gonna come up. We start with the arms extended. We're gonna come up. Reach out to an X position, pull in, and back down.
2, 1.
So we come up in the center, reach out to the sides, pull it in, come back down. Lift up, reach out, pull it in, come down. Up,
That's
out,
right.
in. Less than 10 seconds to go. Up,
3,
out,
2,
in, and down. Let's flip it on over. Final bit of work, last 45 seconds before the cool down. We're gonna roll it all the way back.
2, 1.
Let's zip up the legs, bring the feet together. Lift up into your bridge. Hands can either be down to the floor, palms down, fingertips reaching towards the heels, palms up, with the back of the hand pressing into the floor, or we can reach up to the sky to give ourselves a little bit less stability and make it a little bit more challenging.
That's not right.
Now what we're gonna do with those toes touching and ankles touching is we're gonna butterfly the knees. Out to the side, pull it back in. Last 20 seconds. Let's keep the glutes lifted.
3, 2, 1.
And we're done. Drop it on down. Hug both knees into the chest. Roll it out through the spine. We're going to go right into our cool down.
3,
Take a nice inhale.
2,
Pull the knees into
1.
the chest. On the exhale, roll yourself up to a seated position. Then come over this way just a little bit. We're going to inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lengthen through the arms. You kind of get that scoop in the abs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen the arms. Inhale it up. Exhale down. Let's do just one more. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Take the hands out to the side in front of the hip. Sweep it on around. Let's get the knees under the hips in our nice bridge or tabletop position. Drop the belly button down. Lift the tailbone. Chin up to the ceiling. Nice inhale. On your exhale, switch it. Chin to chest. Look towards the knees. Let the top of your head relax down to the floor. And then come right back into your neutral alignment. Let's sit back on the heels, just like we did in those child's poses. Let's stretch out the shoulder. Reach right under left. Drop the shoulder down to the floor. Look over the left shoulder. Bring hands together. Let's switch sides. Reach. Bring hands together. Let's shoot back up into that tabletop. Bring your toes to the floor. Walk your hands to your knees. Push yourself up into a nice flat foot forward hold. Reaching down to the toes, down to the floor, or maybe just connecting on the shins.
That's not right.
Go ahead and roll it all the way up, stacking the spine one vertebra at a time. We're going to move our mats out of the way just so we're not tripping over them. Give me a slight bend in the knees. Send the right heel forward. Hinge from the hip. Let's reach it down on either side of the toes. There we go. Nice little hamstring stretch. Roll it up and switch sides. Reach it forward. Soft bend at the right knee. Roll it up, and since we did start with those curtsy lunges, we want to help stretch out the side of the hip. Let's cross the right foot behind the left. Reach it up and over. Think about dropping the shoulders away from the ears. And let's sweep it down to the floor, keeping the feet crossed. In this forward fold, let's unstack the feet. Roll it all the way up. Shoulders come back over the hips. We cross left behind right, and then reach it up and over. You should feel like we're stretching out the side of the hip. Let's circle it down, reach to the floor. Feet come together, and roll it back up. Let's do shoulder circles back. 2, and 3,
three,
Nice big inhale
two,
all the way up.
1. Great work.
And exhale down. Awesome job today, you guys. Thank you so much for coming to today's Bodyweight HIIT class. Hopefully we will see you tomorrow for Landon's lunchtime class. Check your calendars. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the Hafter Center's YouTube channel and hit that bell for notifications. Thanks so much and have a good night.